Hi, I'm Peter J. Ray. Welcome. Today's topic is the 2002 Cleveland Indians MLB season. Again, the Tribe was playing home games at Jacobs Field. Their record in 2002 was 74 and 88, 14 games under 500. They finished in third place, 20 and a half games behind the Minnesota Twins. Their winning percentage was .456. Now the attendance, the highest attendance record was in 1999. In that year, an average of 42,820 fans went to every game. That's amazing. And it fell about 3,000 by 2001, the year before. It was 39,782. And then in 2002, there was a big drop, about 7,000 fans per game. The average attendance was down to 32,308. So this was a tough year. 2002, Tribe fans knew that it was over. We had a tremendous run from 1994 to 2001, and that run was over. Those magical years were over. The Tribe was rebuilding, and they said one thing they said during the year. They said that we're giving up on this year and next year, and we hope to contend by 2004. And I had never heard that said before, but they were just being honest. And there was a major trade on June 27th. Bartolo Colon was a tremendous starting pitcher, and Tim Drew were traded to the Expos for Grady Sizemore, who was unknown, also Cliff Lee, Brandon Phillips, and Lee Stevens. And Sizemore, Lee, and Phillips were all unknown. So Tribe fans were pretty upset. Lee Stevens was batting .190 at the time when we picked him up. So anyway, John Hart was gone as the GM. He knew his timing was perfect because he resigned after the 2001 season. He saw what was coming. He'd done a lot of good in Cleveland, John Hart. And he was replaced by Mark Shapiro, who became the new GM. And this was a tough spot for Shapiro to getting his start right when we were starting the rebuilding process. And, the magical years were over, that long run. Shapiro is from Cambridge, Massachusetts. He went to Princeton. He's actually currently the team president and CEO of the Blue Jays. He worked for the Tribe from 1991 to 2005. Came from a Jewish family. His father is an agent, Ron Shapiro. And his brother-in-law is the former Browns coach, Eric Mangini. Shapiro went to Princeton and played on the football team. He was an offensive tackle, pretty good. In the 2011 film Moneyball, Shapiro is played by actor Reed Diamond, and so he became the GM after the 2001 season. He was the Sporting News Executive of the Year in 2005 and in 2007, and in 2010 he became the Tribe president. So anyway. So that's, we had a new GM. Now the coaching staff, we had a new pitching coach. Mike Brown was from Camden, New Jersey. Brown played for the Red Sox and Mariners between 1982 and 1987. His record as a pitcher was 12-20 with a 5.75 ERA, 115 strikeouts. He was the Tribe minor league pitching coordinator between 1995 and 2001. Later, he was a pitching coach in Japan, and in 2013, a scout for the Diamondbacks. Al Bunbury was back as first base coach, the tremendous player from the 70s. Jeff Datz was our new bench and third base coach. Datz was from Mullica Hill, New Jersey. Played for the Tigers in 1989. For his MLB career, he hit .200 with 2 hits and a walk. He worked as a coach for the Tribe, Orioles, and Mariners, and in 2016 became a Yankees scout. Jeff Datz. Louis Isaac was back as our bullpen coach. We had a new bullpen catcher, Dave Keller. Keller was a college baseball player at the University of Northern Colorado, and he set school records in RBIs, home runs, and slugging percentage there. He was a Reds minor league player and coach, and a Tribe minor league manager. He was the Cubs minor league hitting coordinator between 2004 and 2012. In 2013, he was the Cubs AAA manager, and he won a title for them. Dave Keller. Eddie Murray was the hitting coach. It's nice having Eddie Murray back, the tremendous player for the Orioles in the 80s, and of course he played for the Tribe, especially that big year in 1995. Eddie Murray was back in town. A new bench coach was Robbie Thompson, also first base coach. Thompson was from West Palm Beach, Florida. He was a second baseman during his playing career, played for the Giants between 1986 and 1996, just one team. 10 years. He had a career average of .257, 119 home runs, 458 RBIs, two-time All-Star, won a Gold Glove and a Silver Slugger. He was a part of the Giants' resurgence in the late 1980s. He was a team leader. He had gritty determination. In 1986, he became the first player in MLB history caught stealing 4 times in one game. Dubious achievement. He was the 1986 Sporting News Rookie of the Year. In the 1989 NLCS, he hit 2 home runs, and they won. The Giants won the National League pennant and made it to the World Series. He used one glove for most of his career, and there was an article in the newspaper. Thompson's ugly, pathetic glove is a gem. Teammate Rich Aurelia said, quote, "I think by the time Robbie was done, the glove mainly consisted of pine tar and chew spit. I don't even know how much leather was left in it. I know for a fact Robbie still has that glove." Thompson worked as a Giants coach, also a Mariners coach, and he was the 2013 Mariners interim coach when Eric Wedge had a minor stroke. So, Robbie Thompson. Dan Williams was back. He was our other bullpen catcher. And Charlie Manuel started the year as the Indians manager. He was a coach in the All-Star game, but he was fired on July 12th. The Indians' record was 39-47 with a winning percentage of .453. So the Charlie Manuel era came to an end. This was a tough time for the team because we were not going to be a contender anymore. And so anyway, I think that was too bad that he left. And the Joel Skinner started out the year as the third base coach, and he finished the year as manager, and the Tribe had a record of 35-41, pretty much similar to what Manuel's record had been. And for the year, Joel Skinner won the Frank Gibbons Steve Olin Good Guy Award. Now, Sandy Alomar was gone. We forgot to talk about him. 2000 was his last year. So anyway, he was another guy that was gone. Roberto Alomar was, Sandy Alomar, in 2001 signed a 2-year, $5.4 million contract with the White Sox. And, I think we could have kept him, but, they were already beginning the rebuilding process. Roberto Alomar was gone. Now, this was the big shock, really freaked people out. On December 11, 2001, he was traded. Roberto Alomar was traded with Mike Baksick to the Mets for Matt Lawton, Alex Escobar, Jared Riggin, Earl Snyder, and Billy Traber. The Tribe was rebuilding. This was traumatic for Tribe fans. That the Alomar trade actually was the signal that the team was going to rebuild, and because people were shocked by his departure. Kenny Lofton also was gone. And he had in 2001, he had a contract with the Tribe for $8 million. But his play had declined, and he signed a 1-year free agent contract with the White Sox for $1.025 million. So, again, we probably could have kept Kenny Lofton, but the same thing. He was getting older, and the Tribe was rebuilding, bringing in young players with a future. Now, the starting lineup, our catcher was Einar Diaz, who hit .206, 2 home runs, 16 RBIs in 102 games. And Diaz struggled, I think. He had hit much better when we had those big bats, but he had a tough time with all the departure of the heavy hitters. Jim Thome was back at first base. And this was his last year in Cleveland. until, well, he came back years later. He had actually his best year. He had 304, 52 home runs. Incredible. 118 RBIs. He won the Gordon Cobbledick Golden Tomahawk Award, and he was the last winner of that award because the award was discontinued. And so Jim Thome was one of two guys left from the '95 Tribe. New second baseman was Ricky Gutierrez, who had 275, 4 home runs, 38 RBIs, and 94 games. Gutierrez was from Miami, Florida, shortstop, second baseman, played for the Padres, Astros, Cubs, Tribe, Mets, and Red Sox between 1993 and 2004. For his career, he hit 266, 38 home runs, 357 RBIs. When Kerry Wood for the Cubs had a 20 strikeout game, tying the record, Gutierrez had the only hit, so he threw a one-hitter. Gutierrez won a World Series title with the Red Sox in 2004. His nephew, James Jones, was an NBA player and also played for the Cavs when they won the title in 2016. Gutierrez is currently a minor league coach in the Reds system. Travis Fryman was back at third base. He had a very tough year. He hit 217, 11 home runs, 55 RBIs, and 118 games. I believe he was battling injury problems. Omar Vizquel was the other guy, along with Thome, the two guys that were left from the '95 Tribe. Vizquel had a good year, had 275, 14 home runs, 72 RBIs, 18 stolen bases, and he made the All-Star team. In left field, we had Russell Branyan, who hit 205, 8 home runs, 17 RBIs in 15 games, and he was traded on June 7th to the Reds for Ben Broussard. Milton Bradley was in center, hit 249, 9 home runs, 38 RBIs, 6 stolen bases in 98 games. Our right fielder was Matt Lawton, new guy. He hit 236, 15 home runs, 57 RBIs, 8 stolen bases in 114 games. I had a Matt Lawton bobblehead doll. Lawton was from Gulfport, Mississippi, an outfielder for the Twins, Mets, Tribe, Pirates, Cubs, Yankees, and Mariners between 1995 and 2006. He was a 2-time All-Star. For his career, he had 267 with 138 home runs. Pretty good. 631 RBIs, 165 stolen bases, so he had speed and power. In 1999, he was hit by the pitch, and it shattered his eye socket. Really tough. In a 2004 Philadelphia hotel, he reported a jewelry theft of $117,000 worth of jewelry. Golly, that's a lot of money spending on jewelry. Anyway, we picked him up on that trade from the Mets on December 11th that sent Roberto Alomar to New York. Matt Lawton. Ellis Burks had a fine year as our DH, hit 301, 32 home runs, and 91 RBIs. Now the bench players included John McDonald, who was back, hit 250, 1 home run, 12 RBIs in 93 games. Chris Magruder was a new guy, hit 217, 6 home runs, 29 RBIs in 87 games. Magruder was from Tacoma, Washington, an outfielder for the Rangers, Tribe, and Brewers between 2001 and 2005. For his career, he hit 220, 11 home runs, 56 RBIs. His first at-bat with the Tribe was an 8th-inning double off the wall, which broke up a no-hitter. John Kitna is his cousin, the NFL quarterback, Chris Magruder. He was a guy people had high hopes for. Bill Selby was back, hit 214, 6 home runs, 21 RBIs in 65 games. Lee Stevens was a new guy, hit 222, 5 home runs, 26 RBIs in 53 games. Stevens was from Kansas City, Missouri, first baseman for the Angels, Kintetsu Buffaloes in Japan, Rangers, Expos, and Tribe between 1990 and 2002. So this was the end of his career. And for his career, he hit 254, 144 home runs, and 531 RBIs. He was the 2013 Rockies minor league coach. And in 1992, on the Angels, he was struggling, had big help from Coach Rod Carew, who was the tremendous player back in the 70s. And we picked him up on the June 27th trade from the Expos that sent Bartolo Colon to Montreal. And it was demoralizing because Stevens was the only established player in the deal that we were getting, and he was batting 190 when we picked him up. Karim Garcia had a tremendous year, hit 299, 16 home runs, 52 RBIs in 51 games. Wow, amazing. If you throw it, you only played a third of the year, so if you stretch that out over a full year, that's like 45 home runs, 150 RBIs. Eddie Perez was a new player, hit 214, 0 home runs, 4 RBIs in 42 games. Perez was from Ciudad Ojeda, Venezuela, catcher for the Braves, Tribe, and Brewers between 1995 and 2005. For his career, he had 253, 40 home runs, 172 RBIs. He won a World Series with the 95 Braves, beat Cleveland. And in 1999, he was the Braves' NLCS MVP. He was Greg Maddox's personal catcher. He's currently a coach with the Braves. Eddie Perez. Ben Broussard was a new player. Hit 241, 4 home runs, 9 RBIs in 39 games. It took us a while to figure out how to pronounce his name, whether it was Broussard or Broussard. Anyway, Broussard was from Beaumont, Texas, first baseman for the Tribe, Mariners, and Rangers between 2002 and 2008. For his career, he had 263, 87 home runs, 314 RBIs. He played in the Baseball World Cup in 2001 in Taiwan and won a silver medal with the U.S. team. He's currently a musician and has 2 full-length albums he released. 2005, just called Ben Broussard, and 2009, Renovated. He has an album. On the album, Oh Say Can You Sing, MLB players sing on that album, and Broussard is involved in that. He sings U2's With or Without You. He hit 2 pinch hit grand slams in the same season, and we picked him up on the June 7th trade from the Reds for Russell Branyan. Ben Broussard. Holbert Cabrera had an off year, hit 111, 0 home runs, 7 RBIs in 38 games. Brady Anderson was a new guy, hit 163, 1 home run, 5 RBIs in 34 games. Anderson was from Silver Springs, Maryland, an outfielder for the Red Sox, Orioles, and Tribe. This was the end of his career. He played between 1988 and 2002. For his career, he had 256, 210 home runs. Very good. 761 RBIs. 3-time All-Star. He's in the Orioles Hall of Fame. He's currently the Vice President of Baseball Operations for the Orioles. And one year, he hit 50 home runs for the Orioles. In the 1992 Orioles, he was the first player in MLB history to have 20 home runs, 50 steals, and 75 RBIs. In 1995, he set the American League record of 34 consecutive stolen bases. It was interesting. In 1996, for the Orioles, he was a leadoff hitter who hit 50 home runs. Just imagine. Coco Crisp had his first year in Cleveland, hit 260, 1 home run, 9 RBIs, 4 stolen bases in 32 games. Crisp was from Los Angeles, California. Center fielder, left fielder, played for the Tribe, Red Sox, Royals, A's, and back with the Tribe again between 2002 and 2016. For his career, he had 265, 130 home runs, 639 RBIs, and 309 stolen bases. Another guy with power and speed. He won a World Series title with the Red Sox in 2007, and he played for the Tribe in the 2016 season when we made it to the World Series. He was the American League stolen base leader in 2011. His father was an amateur boxer, and his mom was a former champion sprinter. In the 2016 ALDS Game 3, he hit the go-ahead two-run home run, which won the game and sent the Tribe onto the ALCS. He's African-American and Puerto Rican descent, and in 2017, he was head coach of the Shadow Hill High School baseball team. Coco Crisp. Josh Bard had his first year with Cleveland, hit 222, 3 home runs, 12 RBIs in 24 games. Bard was from Ithaca, New York, catcher for the Tribe, Red Sox, Padres, Nationals, and Mariners between 2002 and 2011. For his career, he had 254, 39 home runs, 222 RBIs. He was a coach with the Dodgers and the Yankees starting this year. He's currently the Yankees coach. In his MLB debut with the Tribe on August 23, 2002, he had a walk-off home run. So that's a nice way to start your MLB career. Greg LaRocca was a new player. He hit .269, 0 home runs, 4 RBIs in 21 games. LaRocca was from Oswego, New York. He was an infielder for the Padres, Tribe, Hiroshima Toyo Carp, and the Tokyo Yakult Swallows, and the Oryx Buffaloes between 2000 and 2010. He had .293 with 104 home runs, 308 RBIs in his MLB career, and then he had 6 years playing pro baseball in Japan. In 2007, he broke the 55-year Japanese record for being hit by pitches. He got hit 28 times. He's currently a hitting and fielding consultant in New Hampshire. He really excited the fans in Japan with his diving stops and throws on the run. He studied Japanese language and is still very popular in Japan. Remember, I was coming home to visit, and my brother Mark said, "Oh, that Greg LaRocca, he must have had a real good hit." That impressed my brother Mark. Earl Snyder was a new player, hit .200, 1 home run, 4 RBIs in 18 games. We picked him up on that December 11th trade from the Mets. Snyder was from New Britain, Connecticut, first baseman, third baseman for the Tribe and Red Sox between 2002 and 2004, modest 2-year career, hit .203 with 1 home run and 4 RBIs. Victor Martinez had his first year with the Tribe, hit .281, 1 home run, 5 RBIs in 12 games. Martinez was from Ciudad Bolivar, Venezuela in South America, DH first baseman catcher for the Tribe, Red Sox, and Tigers currently since 2002. So he's a current player. For his career, he's had a very high average of .297, 240 home runs as of now, 1,142 RBIs, 2,064 hits, 5-time All-Star, 2-time Silver Slugger, and he won the Edgar Martinez Award in 2014. That's the top designated hitter. They called him V-Mart. He was a 2001 and 2002 Tribe Minor League Player of the Year, winning the Lou Boudreau Award twice. And this year, he's hitting .222 with 3 home runs and 18 RBIs. Victor Martinez. Brandon Phillips had his first year with Cleveland. Hit .258, 0 home runs, 4 RBIs in 11 games. We picked him up on that June 27th trade from the Expos for Bartolo Colon. Phillips was from Raleigh, North Carolina, second baseman for the Tribe, Reds, Braves, and Angels between 2002 and 2017. He's currently a free agent, so I think he's still hoping to play. For his career, he hit .275, 210 home runs. Very good. 949 RBIs, 2,026 hits, 209 stolen bases. Phillips was a 3-time All-Star, won 4 Gold Gloves, and a Silver Slugger. He's in the 30-30 club. That means 30 home runs and 30 stolen bases in 1 year. His sister, Portia Phillips, was a WNBA player for the San Antonio Silver Stars. Very interesting. Brandon Phillips. Bruce Avon was back. He hit .118, 0 home runs, 0 RBIs in 7 games. And on June 25th, he was traded to the Phillies. Will Cordero hit .222, 0 home runs, 1 RBI in 6 games. Todd Dunwoody hit .0000, 0 home runs, 0 RBIs in 2 games. Dunwoody was from Lafayette, Indiana. He was an outfielder for the Marlins, Royals, Cubs, and Tribe between 1997 and 2002, so this was the end of his career. He hit .233, 11 home runs, 81 RBIs. In 1995, he was rated in the top 100 minor league prospects, and he's worked also as a Diamondbacks minor league coach. He's currently a sales manager of Mike Razor Ford dealership in Lafayette, Indiana. Todd Dunwoody. Chad Allen was a new player, hit .100, 0 home runs, 0 RBIs in 5 games. Allen was from Dallas, Texas, a left fielder for the Twins, Tribe, Marlins, Rangers, Oryx, Buffaloes between 1999 and 2007. He was a Twins coach in 2016. For his career, he had .269, 14 home runs, 84 RBIs. His father, Jackie Allen, was an NFL quarterback. Now, the pitching staff, CC Sabathia had a fine year. It was 13-11 with a 4.37 ERA in 33 starts. Ryan Drees was 10-9 with a 6.55 ERA in 26 starts. Chuck Finley had a tough year, was 4-11 with a 4.44 ERA in 18 starts. Bartolo Colon was 10-4 with a fine 2.55 ERA in 16 starts, and he was traded on June 27th to the Expos. Ricardo Rodriguez was a new pitcher, went 2-2 with a 5.66 ERA in 7 starts. Rodriguez was from Guayaben, Dominican Republic, played for the Tribe Rangers, Sinon Bulls, and Kia Tigers in Korea from 2002 to 2010. His career record was 10-15 with a 5.81 ERA and 104 strikeouts. And we picked him up in the July 28th trade from the Dodgers for Paul Shuey. Jason Phillips was a new pitcher. He was 1-3 with a 4.97 ERA, 8 games, and 6 starts. Phillips was from Williamsport, Pennsylvania. Pitched for the Pirates, Tribe, Oryx Blue Wave between 1999 and 2004. For his career, he was 1-4 with a 6.20 ERA, 32 strikeouts. He played for Japan in the Baseball World. He played in the Baseball World Cup in Japan. He was on the 2001 team that won the silver medal in Taipei. Okay, Jason Phillips. Okay. Jarrett Wright had a tough year. Was 2-3 with a 15.71 ERA, 8 games, and 6 starts. Brian Tallett was a new pitcher, 1-0 with a 1.50 ERA, 2 starts. Tallett was from Midwest City, Oklahoma, 6 foot 6 inches, big guy. Played for the Tribe, Blue Jays, Cardinals, and Blue Jays, again between 2002 and 2011. For his career, he was 16-25 with a 4.79 ERA and 337 strikeouts. Brian Tallett. Cliff Lee was a new pitcher for the Indians. He was 0-1 with a fine 1.74 ERA and 2 starts, and we picked him up on that trade that sent Bartolo Colon to the Expos on June 27th. Lee was from Benton, Arkansas, played for the Tribe, Phillies, Mariners, and Rangers between 2002 and 2014. His career record was 143-91 with a 3.52 ERA, 1,824 strikeouts. He had a fine career. He won the Cy Young Award 4 times, was a 4-time All-Star. And he played in the 2009 World Series with the Phillies and the 2010 World Series with the Rangers. He won the Cy Young Award in 2008 with the Tribe. Cliff Lee. Danny Baez was in the bullpen, was 10-11 with a 4.41 ERA, 39 games. Oh no, he started a lot. He had 26 starts and 6 saves. So he did both starting and bullpen. Charles Nagy had a very tough year. Was 1-4 with an 8.88 ERA, 19 games and 7 starts. Terry Mulholland was a new pitcher. Went 3-2 with a 4.60 ERA, 16 games and 3 starts. Mulholland was from Uniontown, Pennsylvania, but pitched for the Giants, Phillies, Yankees, Mariners, Cubs, Braves, Pirates, Dodgers, Tribe, Twins, and Diamondbacks between 1986 and 2006. His career record was 124-142 with a 4.41 ERA, 1,325 strikeouts. He's on the All-Star team in 1993, threw a no-hitter for the Phillies in 1990. Terry Mulholland is a part owner of the Dirty Dog Saloon in Scottsdale, Arizona. His hobby is collecting baseball cards. And one game pitching for the Giants, he had a ground ball that he fielded. It stuck in his glove, and he threw the glove to the first baseman to get the out. He was a starter on the 1993 All-Star game. And on July 28th, we picked him up from the Dodgers in the Paul Shuey deal. Terry Mulholland. Jake Westbrook was 1-3 with a 5.83 ERA in 11 games and 4 starts. Dave Burba was 1-0 with a 4.50 ERA, 12 games and 3 starts. Jason Davis was 1-0 with a 1.84 ERA, 3 games and 2 starts. Davis was from Chattanooga, Tennessee, pitched for the Tribe, Mariners, and Pirates between 2002 and 2008. His career record was 22-26 with a 4.82 ERA, 269 strikeouts. His hobby is taxidermy. He likes to hunt hunt and stuff mounted heads of deer. He has 21 of those, 21 mounted deer heads that he hunted and stuffed himself. Jason Davis. Roy Smith was 0-0 with a 3.00 ERA, 4 games and 1 start. Bob Wickman was 1-3 with a 4.46 ERA, 36 games, and he had 20 saves. Good old Bob Wickman, our fine closer. Mark Wohlers was a new pitcher. Wohlers was 3-4 with a 4.79 ERA, 64 games, and 7 saves. Wohlers was from Holyoke, Massachusetts, played for the Braves, Reds, Yankees, and Tribe between 1991 and 2002. So this was the end of his career. He was an All-Star in 1996, won a World Series title. The Braves in 95 beat Cleveland. He was part of a combined no-hitter in 1991. His career record was 39-29 with a 3.97 ERA, 557 strikeouts, and 119 saves. In 1995, one of his pitches was clocked at 103 miles an hour. In that 1991 no-hitter, that was with Kent Merker and Alejandro Pena with the Braves, and Wohlers pitched 2 innings. In the 1995 World Series, he got the save in Game 6, the last out of the World Series. In 1998, he developed what they call Steve Blass syndrome. He lost all ability to control pitches. In 1999, with the Reds, he was on the disabled list with an anxiety disorder. In 2011, a fire destroyed his house. So that was sad. In 1997, he appeared on Saturday Night Live. Mark Wohlers. David Riskey was back, had a record of 2-2 with a 5.26 ERA, 51 games, and 1 save. Ricardo Rincon was 1-4 with a 4.79 ERA and 46 games. Paul Shuey was 3-0 with a 2.41 ERA in 39 games and was traded to the Dodgers on July 28th. Chad Paranto was a new pitcher, was 0-2 with a 4.04 ERA in 29 games. Paranto was from Woodsville, New Hampshire, pitched for the Orioles, Tribe, Braves, and Astros between 2001 and 2009. His career record was 6-12 with a 4.32 ERA and 107 strikeouts. Jared Riggin was 2-1 with a 7.64 ERA in 29 games, and we picked him up on that December 11th trade from the Mets. Riggin was from Brewster, Washington, pitched for the Mets, Tribe, and Hanshin Tigers in Japan from 2000 to 2004. His MLB record was 5-4 with a 5.19 ERA and 66 strikeouts. Dave Elder was 0-2 with a 3.13 ERA in 15 games. Elder was from Atlanta, Georgia, pitched for the Tribe in 2002 and 2003, was 1-3 with a 4.62 ERA and 26 strikeouts. In 2003, he surrendered Rafael Palmeiro's 500th career home run. And that was the final game of his career. And we picked him up on the trade on the December 18th trade from the Rangers when we sent John Rocker to Texas. So John Rocker was gone. Funny story about John Rocker. In one game, Eddie Taubensee, our catcher, went to the mound. The umpire had told him, tell Rocker his fly is open. So Taubensee got to the mound and said, hey, Rock, your fly is open. And Rocker said, yeah, so what? Funny guy. So that was the end of the John Rocker era. Carl Sadler was 1-2 with a 4.43 ERA. And in 24 games, Sadler was from Gainesville, Florida, pitched for the Tribe in 2002 and 2003, had a career record of 1-2 with a 3.60 ERA and 33 strikeouts. Heath Murray was 0-2 with a 7.50 ERA in 9 games. Murray was from Troy, Ohio, pitched for the Padres, Tigers, and Tribe between 1997 and 2002. His career record was 2-15 with a 6.41 ERA, 94 strikeouts. He was a pitching coach at his alma mater, Troy High School. He currently runs an insurance agency in Troy, Ohio. Heath Murray. Jason Beverland was 0-0 with a 7.36 ERA in 4 games. Beverland was from Ashtabula, Ohio, pitched for the Tribe, Tigers, Yakult Swallows, and Yokohama Bay Stars between 2002 and 2006. His career record was 0-3 with an 8.69 ERA and 16 strikeouts in the MLB. He had those 3 seasons in Japan. He's currently the head baseball coach at Bethune-Cookman University. He was a free agent pickup. Sean DePaula was 1-1 with a 12.79 ERA in 5 games. Alex Herrera had no decisions and a 0.00 ERA in 5 games. Herrera was from Maracaibo, Venezuela, South America. Pitched for the Tribe between 2002 and 2003. Was 0-0 with a 5.11 ERA, 11 strikeouts. He also pitched in Italy, Mexico, and Venezuela in a 15-year career in the minor leagues and overseas. He was 57-54 with a 4.09 ERA, 877 strikeouts, and 27 saves. Dave Maurer was 0-1 with a 13.50 ERA in 2 games. Maurer was from Minneapolis, Minnesota, pitched for the Padres, Tribe, and Blue Jays between 2000 and 2004. His career record was 1-1 with an 8.87 ERA and 14 strikeouts. And finally, Nerio Rodriguez had no decisions with a 0.00 ERA in 1 game. Rodriguez was from Bani, Dominican Republic, pitched for the Orioles, Blue Jays, Tribe, Cardinals, Osaka Kintetsu Buffaloes, and Lannu Bears in Taiwan, also the China Trust Wales, and Uni President's 7-Eleven Lions, that's in Taiwan, from 1996 to 2009. His career record in the MLB was 4-6 with a 6.32 ERA in 38 games, and he was a Mexican League All-Star twice. So the 2002 Tribe, yeah, we were rebuilding. It was a tough year, but this is reality. We have to face it. God bless all those fellows who played for the Tribe in 2002 and everyone else associated with the team, including the fans. They are forever champions of our hearts. It's been 70 years since 1948. This is our year. Captains of the Cuyahoga, lovers of Lake Erie, Terminal Tower Power, Tribe Rules, Cleveland City of Champions. Cleveland is the best location in the nation on the north coast of America. New York is the Big Apple, but Cleveland is a plum. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. You might consider subscribing to my YouTube channel. Take care, God bless you, and I'll see you next time.